It's 200 years into a life after people. In downtown Chicago, the Sears Tower is finally beginning to totter. Decades of ferocious weather have battered this iconic landmark into a hollowed-out, honeycombed husk. The Sears Tower has 104 separate elevators with multiple shafts ending at different levels of the building. The cables rust and snap, but the elevator's brakes kick in. Eventually, the brakes corrode and they too give way.
You have these 104 elevators at different times, of course, come down those shafts, blasting through the floors like a bomb, cutting through the building, and of course further dragging down the floors and the structure around them.
Only 2 elevators connect the ground floor to the observation deck over a quarter-mile above the street. One of the 3-ton elevator cabs free falls from the top floor, hitting the ground floor at more than 200 miles per hour, generating more than 1.5 million pounds of force on impact. But that won't be enough to topple this epic structure. Nature will need one final sledgehammer. 200 years after people, the Sears Tower makes its final stand. What will break the building's back are the 114 pilings driven into the bedrock that hold up the structure.
The real Achilles heel in the Sears Tower is you've got 8 floors underground. And once you have a life without people, those floors are going to fill with water.
Chicago River flooding weakens the lower interior columns supporting the building, causing it to collapse.
It could finally reach a point where it just simply falls all at one time. Just giant heaping mass of twisted metal and concrete and glass. Years after people, though the Sears Tower collapsed decades earlier, Chicago's 100-story John Hancock Center still stands. The Hancock Center owes its longevity to the unique crisscross X-bracings of steel beams that lace the structure of the building, giving it extra fortification. But with all its windows blown out and centuries of moisture corroding its steel framing, something's got to give. At the corner of the 85th floor, several crucial beams converge. One by one, they rust, bend, and fracture from the stream of water dripping down from the perforated roof. At a critical nook, a final beam cracks and shears off. The 15 floors above it start a corner-line cascade down the side of the building that then sets off a catastrophic floor-by-floor implosion